And now, the basic step. It's easy to follow and goes like this. And there you are. That explains everything.
Okay, so now we know what our task is to design and build an interactive adventure quest story, we can get on with our design algorithm. Now, I will say, this bit takes time, and you have to get it right if your story is going to work. So please don't cut corners in this bit. It does involve a bit of writing, and it will involve a bit of effort, but trust me, if you get this bit right and you spend a little bit of extra time and effort onto it, then your adventure quest story will be all the more better for it. Okay, so let's have a look at how we can do the design for one of these Adventure Quests interactive stories. So a really good place to start is first of all to download my example algorithm. You can do this by looking at the link directly below this video. In my example, I have boxed up all the bits of the story so that each box is the same as one page on my interactive story map, or one slide within PowerPoint. Now, as you can see right at the top, I've talked about what my character is going to look like, what my main problem is and how it will be solved, just like when you're planning a story in literacy. Now, as you can see from my example algorithm, I have at the top a red box, which is the first decision. So all of the bit about who the character is and the description and the main problem and the first decision all go on the same page. Now, that doesn't have to happen on yours. You can spread them out if you've got a lot of information. But I decided to put all that information on one page. So that's exactly what we're going to do now. We're going to start to fill in note form on our algorithm design plan. Now, you can download this if it's easier. This is a small version on A4 piece of paper. If you can get your teacher to print you one out on an A3 piece of paper, or if you want to just make your own and write and draw your own boxes on a plain piece of paper, then that's fine too. We need to do 3 things before the next lesson, okay? Obviously you need your name, put your name on it so you know whose design it is. The 3 things are these. First, you need to decide who the main character is. And remember, we're writing this in second person. So it's not he, she, and it's not I, it's you. Because we're telling the reader who they're going to be when they read the story. So you are a warrior princess. You are a famous astronaut. You are a brave knight. Or you are a timid little bear. I don't know, whatever you want. And a description as well. So not just what they look like, but a description of their character. What kind of things have they done? What are they like? Are they brave? Are they courageous? Are they shy? Are they a little bit arrogant? Are they a bully? Are they kind? And then the second thing is, you're going to tell the reader what the problem is that character faces, that they face, and how they're going to overcome it. So in my example with the Blacksmiths Children, all the children had been kidnapped and you need to save them. You need to go on a quest to find where they are and defeat whoever's stolen them. You could have a treasure that needs finding that's lost somewhere in a maze of booby traps. Or you could have some enemies that are coming to attack the city and you need to defend it. So it can be any problem, but remember, tell the reader what they need to do. So you are this person and you will need to do this to make sure that this happens. Okay, and that all goes in this first section here. Now, the third thing we're going to do in this lesson is we're going to figure out what the first decision is that the main character has to make. So we're going to offer this to the reader. We're going to say, right, what are you going to do first? Now, in my example, the Blacksmiths Children, the main character needed a ship to go and sail to the islands. So did he steal one or did he trade for one? So that's the kind of example you want to give. What is their first decision going to be? Do they need to find a treasure map? And if they need to find a treasure map, do they go looking for it in the woods, or do they go looking for it in the caves? Or if they need advice, do they go to the king for advice, or do they go to the wizard for advice? So think about a choice that the reader would have to make, the first choice, and then just note down what the choices are. Now, you can have more than one choice, but to keep it simple, let's just go for 2 choices for now. Okay, so those are the 3 main things we need to do now on our piece of paper. On our algorithm design, we need to obviously write our name. We need to, number 1, say who the main character is, who the reader is going to be. So you are this person, and this is what you're like. Second thing, we need to develop a problem that character will have to overcome. So all the sheep have been stolen from the kingdom and you need to find the wolf that is catching them, okay, for example. And then the third thing you need to do is think about the first decision that character has to make and what the choices are. So would you go and look in the mountains, or would you go and look in the forest? And I'll leave you to do that, and I'll see you next lesson.